Morning, you legends. So I'm thinking a lot at the moment about artificial general intelligence, often referred to as AGI, which is of course just the abbreviation. And for anyone that doesn't know, artificial general intelligence is the point at which AI reaches the ability to essentially replace humans when it comes to labor-like desk-type jobs. AI will have the ability to kind of think for itself and come up with answers for itself rather than it be prompted to do so. And there's probably a fair bit of difference in opinion in terms of when the professionals or the experts think we're going to get there. I don't think we're that far off if you look at how fast we've gotten to this point in the AI journey. It's only taken a couple of years from the release of ChatGPT to get to where we are right now. And the longer we have these levels of AI, the faster we progress. The progression is exponential because the AI is not only getting better, but it's also working for us to get better. And so what I think about a lot is, what are we doing, you and I? What are we doing about this? We're already seeing large or significant implications in respect to job loss. A lot of marketing roles, for example, are being cut because AI is just stepping in. And in previous times when we've experienced job loss, we've always experienced the market rebounding, picking up, and those jobs coming back online again, people being employed again. And the big difference now is that these jobs aren't going to come back. They are literally being taken, and they're not being recreated because of demand of the market and the economy picking up and people spending more money and growth within companies. Companies are going to grow, but they're going to grow with AI agents, not human beings. And so what is our government doing to prepare for this? We're only at the beginning, right? What is our government doing to prepare for the mass amounts of unemployment we're going to see in the near future? And when I say near future, we're already seeing it now. But let's be realistic. We're going to see it pretty significantly within, I would say, the next 5 years. Our governments aren't ready. They're not doing anything to be ready. As always, they will react, not be proactive. And we will suffer because they decide to spend $100 million on a Bureau of Meteorology website, or they will overspend on almost every single project they do, rather than invest in understanding how to really help the people. And that is the problem with our world today, is that we are governed by people who do not care about us. I've been following David Pocock a lot, who has come up within the Australian government a lot lately. He's a senator for the ACT, I believe, and he's the first person that I've seen really speaking with the intentions of the Australian people in mind. A really good example is his desire to ban gambling advertising. an industry that absolutely ruins and takes lives, but is allowed to advertise daytime TV during kids shows on YouTube, whilst families are watching sporting events. And we're talking about an industry that literally ruins lives. And that's just one example of someone actually trying to behave in the best interests of the Australian public. And I really hope that we all jump on board and we all look for these similar people. And I'm using David as an example because he's one that just pops up for me quite often. I also believe he gets a lot of traction because he's an ex-Wallaby. He's an ex-Australian rugby union player, and if he was anybody else, he would probably cop a lot more stick than he does by the very, very loud conservatives. But because he's an absolute legend of the rugby union world, and he looks like an Aussie bloke, people are supporting him probably a lot more than anyone else would get support. And you know what, even though that's not great, it is what it is, and you take what you get. And so anyway, going back to the original reason for this video is the government's not going to take care of you, so you have to take care of yourself. So maybe start to think about what are you going to do, and start preparing for it, because it's coming, whether you like it or not. And this isn't a video to cause you anxiety, because your anxiety doesn't impact what is or isn't going to happen. So it's not about getting anxious and being in fear. It's about what are you going to do. Start trying to figure it out now, so that you, your family, your loved ones are not going to be victims of what is coming. And you can be in power, and you can do things to impact your life. The only level of comfort I guess you can have is that 99% of us, 95% of us, we're all going to go through it the same. The big difference is, what are you doing today to make sure it doesn't hit you as hard as it's probably going to hit the majority of the developed world.